So you go to the property manager and you say to them, okay, we need to get the roof leak fixed. Okay. Then the property manager says, all right, no problem. I will sign off on that. But first, what you need to do is you need to collect the money from all the people in the building in order to fix the roof. Once you collect all the money, then I'll sign off on the paperwork and everything like that to have the people come in and fix the roof.
This is real, or you're
this is real
with me? What?
I swear to God, a condo that I had to go see last week, and the guy, okay, Chinese guy. Did I tell you about this already?
The guy? What's the guy?
Disappeared.
The buyer or the seller?
The owner.
The owner, yeah.
Disappeared.
Disappeared?
Couldn't find him. So maintenance fees stopped getting paid. Property taxes stopped getting paid. Hydro stops getting paid. There's no mortgage on the property. So the bank isn't knocking on the door. There's no mortgage. So the condo board's just like, what do we do?
What do we do?
Take him power of sale. He owes
Take
money.
him power of sale because
there's other
he
creditors.
Owes,
yeah.
What does he owe?
Maintenance
fees? You can take someone power of sale over maintenance fees?
Sure.
Holy shit, that's ridiculous.
And special assessments. So now they got control. So the condo board invites 3 realtors to come in. Yeah, the property taxes, I mean, they're always first position, so they're going to get paid no matter what. Tax sales take a little bit longer to come about, but the property managers took their own interest in mind. And so they invited in 3 realtors. I was one of them, gave them the proposal, see what happens. But at the end of the day, these are the type of situations. So now you got a $70,000 special assessment and you can't pay.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You're fucked. Right? Yeah, and you can't sell it because now,
so the condo board says eventually, hey guys, like we need this money.
You got to take a $70,000 haircut.
You got to sell your unit, or we're going to be taking your power of sale. Absolutely, it's possible.
I think the other option was that the building take a loan for $7 million, and I guess
a lot of buildings do that, and then you got a monthly
interest payment.
I was dealing with one on Bloor, horrible building. I won't even say where it is, but it was on Bloor. And
newer or older?
Older building, luxury building, big units. And so the maintenance fee jumped up like $700 a month since these people bought it. So I looked into it, got the status certificate and all that stuff. And it was just like one special assessment after the next. And then they've had to borrow the money. And so they're paying that off every single month. And then they said that there might be another special assessment next year. They don't know, but it's just like the most poorly managed building. And it's like a luxury building. Like the people who bought in this property over the last couple decades, because it's an older building, were definitely rich people. This is not any stretch of the imagination a normal building. This is super luxury for its time. And
what area was this in?
I won't say. It's on Bloor. It could be anywhere from east to west. Okay. But the bottom line is you've got an incredible issue there that doesn't resolve itself really. It just, you'll just keep on having to come up with special assessments in order to cover the shortfall. You can't just ask everybody to replenish the reserve fund. They'll do studies and they'll try to find ways to be able to get money in the account again and try to find costs. But you also have all these operational costs at the same time. So it's not and you just can't get ahead because things aren't budgeted. And the biggest issue, I sold one before that had a window. It was a $30 million window.
Yeah, curtain wall problems.
And so their issue was when they built the building, again, these are older buildings built in the 80s and 90s. When they built the building, they got all the quotes and they said, great, new windows for the entire place is $2 million. Okay, we're going to put in a 2% inflation and we're going to figure out at 30 years from now, we're going to replace these windows. So we're going to bill everybody $16 a month so that we have that $8 million ready for us in 30 years to replace the windows, because that's what these windows will cost. So 30 years later, they get a quote for the windows, $30 million.
Yeah.
And now everyone's got to pay $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a special assessment. Everyone's like, what happened? Didn't you budget for it? There's just things you can't budget for. There's just things you don't.
Yes, you can. I've been telling people for years.
How did they do that? In 1990.
Not 90, but
in 1990, how do you predict what window prices will be in 2020?
Fine, in 1990, but most people that do kind of know how construction works understand that there are curtain wall failures coming. That there's curtain wall failures all over the place, but there's so many coming down the pipe because everything started getting built as curtain walls. And after 20, 25 years, so many of those are going to have seal issues and leaks and all kinds of stuff that maybe they have enough money for, maybe they don't. But I guarantee you, as the city ages, this problem becomes bigger and bigger, and maintenance fees grow and grow, insurance fees grow and grow as this becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you're going to start having all of the balconies that have to get replaced. Like, if they're not just ugly enough, they're going to be all kinds of maintenance and shit falling on people all over the place.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, I get it. But I think that it's inevitable. I don't think that there's a condo out there that's ever been built that you don't have to do those type of things. I mean, look at the house. If you buy a house, how are you going to not replace the things that you need to on a house?
Yeah, but when you own a house, it's you. You have to plan better when there's 600 of you, right? So you have to think a little more.
I'll give you a story. I was talking to somebody in China the other day, and they live on the top floor of a condo building. I think it was like 6 stories or something like that.
So on the top 60? Okay.
Six.
Yeah.
6, not 60.
6 stories?
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is not very impressive. Okay, yeah.
Okay. They live on the top floor. Okay. Ooh. And so there's a roof leak. What happens?
Oh,
what happens?
Yikes. They have a big insurance claim. And then the unit owner has a big insurance claim. No. What do you mean, no?
That's not how it works. She explained the whole thing to me. Okay. So what happens is she tells the property manager, if you're the top floor, right? It's your problem because the water's leaking in your place. So you go to the property manager and you say to them, okay, we need to get the roof leak fixed. Okay. Then the property manager says, all right, no problem. I will sign off on that. But first, what you need to do is you need to collect the money from all the people in the building in order to fix the roof. Once you collect all the money, then I'll sign off on the paperwork and everything like that to have the people come in and fix the roof.
This is real, or you're with me? What?
I swear to God, this is how it is. Now, this is like a small city. I don't know anything about it. I can't remember right now which one it is, but I asked her what like a more modern city would be. And yes, like that would not be the same. Like it would be like the property manager has already collected.
Like, are you talking about people, like some Amish building or something?
No, I'm talking about this is like a regular situation
on an Indian reserve with different rules.
This is in China.
China. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So that's all fucked up. Yeah, for sure.
Think about it though. So imagine, right? Imagine when you had an issue, you had to go and knock on your neighbor's doors and be like, Jim, the roof is leaking. It's coming right into my bedroom. It's falling right on my bed every single day. I can't sleep. You're sitting pretty here on the ground floor.
Yeah.
You know, I need $600 from you.
$600. It's more like I need 10 grand, right?
Whatever. You know, if you got enough units. You got enough units and the footprint's not that big, you know, maybe the roof's only 10 grand.
Rethink their condo board and how that works.
But that's how it is though. That's how it is. That's
insurance.
And it was like a, you know, explained it to me like this was like a normal thing. And I was just like, oh, okay, all right.
Can you imagine running around as your whole, like all your possessions are getting destroyed and soaked and everything's getting fucked up and you have to run around the building begging everybody for, and what if they say no? Then what?
Then exactly. You got to basically pay. Like, you know, you have to like get everyone will say, okay, we got to pay anyways. And Jim on the first floor, he's not paying. And I'm sure they've got some sort of shaming process. I don't know,
right.
But it's the reality. That's how it is.
Yeah. They kick them into
I remember I asked another friend of mine who owns a bunch of condos in China. And he said, because I asked him and I said, and I don't think I got a clear answer. I said, well, what about maintenance fees? And he's like, we don't pay them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Now
so they were old buildings. I remember he was like inherited them from his dad. He's here in Canada. And so he was telling me about him. And he said, and he was giving me the numbers because the rent was like $400 a month or something like that. And he was starting to explain to me how like it's not a good investment property. And I said, well, what about maintenance fees? He says, we don't pay maintenance fees. And like I was like, so how does like, and then I never really got a clear answer on how things get fixed. But I think that talking to this other lady now has confirmed to me that when things need to get fixed, they run around the building collecting money from everyone.
Holy. It's possible. So why in the world would you ever own something on the top floor if this is a possibility? Or why wouldn't you make sure that roof is like tickety-boo all the time, right? If this is your responsibility.
And so here's the thing. is
Do you pay less for the top floor there?
Yes.
Okay.
When you live, okay. So we had a client one time, right? He was calling his mom, and
I'd like to see the penthouse, please.
He was from overseas. He was from overseas, and he's calling his mom every week. He's saying, Mom, I got this great job. I started this business. Mom, you wouldn't believe it. Man, I met this girl. We're going to have a family. I got a nice car. Everything's going good. Mom, you wouldn't believe it. And so then his mom's like, wow, this is so great. My son's doing so well. I'm so proud of him. Everything's amazing. He seems so happy. So then one day he says, Mom, you wouldn't believe it. I bought a condo, right? And so he says, I'm going to show it to you, right? I'm going to take a video and send it to you, and you're going to be so proud of me. And he goes and he takes a video of his penthouse condo, and he sends it back home to his mom and says, Mom, like this penthouse, it's got this view, all this kind of stuff like that. And after he's done,
he's a moron.
His mom says, son, I'm going to send you some money. Okay. I thought you were doing well. I didn't know that you had to buy on the top floor. I thought you could afford one of the lower floors. Right. Because where he's from, the lower floors is where the rich people are, and the poor people are up at the top. And that was the perspective difference that we've got here, right?
This makes much more sense to me. Like, I don't know who the hell wants to live on the 50th floor. I mean, it's cool to go into these, units and look out over the city. Yeah. But like, go stand near that window for 5 minutes. It's kind of scary, right?
See what happens, like, and like you forget your
wait till you feel that building sway one day, and tell me how fucking cool it is living up there.
Yeah, right? I've been in like 70 something. I've done like 70 something floors.
Oh, it's like
that was horrible.
There's really zero need for it.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.